Voice actors are notoriously underpaid. Obviously, it depends on the size of voice actor you are, because there is a very small, especially when you're talking about English voice acting, there is a very small community of people who seem to kind of just do everything. More recent case of an actor being underpaid involving the Futurama reboot with John DiMaggio coming back as Bender. He didn't feel like he was getting enough money, so he basically said, no, for what I've done for the franchise, I feel like I should be paid more. And they seem to be at a standstill for a little while, and he didn't even get any money out of them. People are like, I'm so glad you got more money. I didn't get any more money, but what I did get was a lot of respect and a lot of head nods from people who were like, yeah, bro, I see you and thank you. It's really that move just gained him a lot of respect that, I mean, I'm sure he already had, but just from people that didn't respect him, I guess. But what I want to talk about today is a different movie. It's an animated movie. Anime movie is the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie, which came out in 2021, which I did a review about. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I think I'm gonna have to watch it again. And I learned today via Twitter, oddly enough, that the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero dub voice actors were paid only $300 each. Claim filmed them $300 million in US, and I thought that was a crazy claim, and that is a not a lot amount of money considering how big this movie is. Any voice actor being paid $300 for being in a major movie, that just makes no sense. That does not add up whatsoever. And apparently it is true, but oddly enough, even worse. So if you just Google Jujutsu Kaisen Zero dub English pay, like a couple things come up of it kind of immediately. You can even get a little TLDR here. They're likely paid between 150 to 600 each based on the going rate in the industry, not per hour. That's total. And there is a tweet at least confirming the 150 total from one of the voice actors whose name or character I cannot pronounce. So this is likely true that they were only paid between $150 and $600. Like this post is claiming 300. That other tweet said 150. That is so low. I feel like that's completely unacceptable. And if that's an industry standard, and that is bizarre. But a lot of Twitter seems to have the completely opposite opinion of that, which is basically how I found out about any of this, because it made me so mad reading some of these tweets that I want to look into it more, and that made me want to make a video about it. Under this tweet, just so many people are just okay with it and think it's fair. Like this guy, to be honest, that's still fair. Think about all the redrawing they have to do just because some people can't read and watch. What the fuck are you talking about? Sub gets more viewers so that they get paid more. Dub has low viewers, so they get paid low. It's that simple. My God, they've done it. They've broken the code. Why am I even making this video? And then we have some actual common sense for once. If you think it's acceptable to pay anyone for only $300 was likely several weeks or even months of voiceover work, you're a bad person. You are a motherfucking bad person. The other side I'm seeing is like, why would you accept a contract like that? That's such a low amount of money. And I guess one is that it's supposedly industry standard, which I have no idea if that's true, but if that is true, that's dumb. But two, I would think being a voice actor, knowing what Jujutsu Kaisen is, you'd probably just want to get that gig, regardless of the pay. Because if you do a good job, there's gonna be a lot of eyes on that movie. Maybe you can get more jobs from it. And I don't even watch dub. I watch subbed. I started on dub, but by the time I started on dub Naruto, and by the time I got to the end, I was on. Yes. By the time I got to the end, I was on sub. And my buddy and I would watch Cowboy Bebop, and I really like the voice actor for Spike, Steve Blum, who is in fucking everything. You might know him as Wolverine, or you might know him as Spike, or you might know him as Orochimaru, or you might know him as Sub-Zero. Yeah, the list goes on. Like, there's so many reasons to watch one or the other. Like, for me, I watch sub because I can easily read it and watch because of my fucking ADHD. It just is so, it's comforting. Like, I like it. Sometimes I don't even realize that I'm reading. That's why I always have subtitles on for absolutely everything that I watch. And I never realize that I'm reading because it's just happening. But there's a lot of people who don't function like that. Their brain doesn't work like that. And you know what? They don't care to watch sub. They don't care. That's why the dub's there. It's all anime. We're all anime enjoyers, are we not? This person had the audacity to say that you're a weeb if you watch sub and you're normal if you watch dub, even though we're all watching the same thing. Just made no sense to me. And that's pretty much what triggered this road of injustice that I've been down on today, of learning about all this voice acting stuff, because I didn't know all that stuff about the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie last year, because that was a news story from last year that's resurfacing to this year because of this tweet from September 21st, 2022. And apparently they didn't even get his name right in the credits, which I guess that's an A and not an E. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry, Chris. I just don't know. But Twitter just seems to hate voice actors, and I don't understand why. I feel like I could rant forever, but I've also made my point. I've made my piece. Pay them more money and stop shitting on people for watching dub. Who cares? I also shouldn't care that much because it's just Twitter. I should not care. I wanted to reply to some of these, but Instead, I'm here, which could be debatably worse. All right, well, I guess that's that. If you like this rant, you should come by to the channel, Just Jacob, and see some more rants that I got here, along with some movie and game reviews. Even Jujutsu Kaisen 0 review here. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and I'm out.